Hello, my name's Damien. Today I'm going to be playing Pokémon Legends Arceus because it became 3 years old as of January 2025 this year. So I'd like to play it before Pokémon Legends ZA releases again this year. So yeah, let's get started. I have played this before because it is 3 years old, so pretty and I am calling this series Revisiting Legends Arceus, so it has to mean I've played this before, but... Okay, yeah, let's start. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now I wish to know fine appearance. I'm just going with the default character. What is thy name? All is correct and as it should be? Yes. Damien. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures called that humans call Pokémon. Damien. Seek out all Pokémon and thou shalt find me once more. Yep, and there's me. Don't know what to say here. There's my phone. And now there's going to be Arceus. Yep, there he is. I can't see him. He's too... The light, it's blinding. Oh, now my phone's gone. What are you doing to it? Oh no. I mean, I know what it's doing to it. I've played this before, but... Pokémon Legends Arceus. Nice. Wake up! Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy? Well, hello, Dad. You gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness you seem unharmed. Who are you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky. You understand? Come now, who in the world does that? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? Yep, I doubt it. I mean, I know I don't. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. May I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere you could stay? No. No. I am homeless. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend a night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow. Kind of have to. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Crew! Foom! Splash! Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokémon when you've tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokémon is? Of course I do. I'm playing Pokémon. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokémon belong to me. Mysterious creatures they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Damien. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Lamington. I am something of a Pokémon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding in Pokémon. Yes, Pokémon such as these three And there they go. Oh, blast and bother, my darling Pokémon! Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you three! Wait! Okay. And there's the ARC phone. Which I know what it is because I've played this before, as I've said already 3 times now. There is a glowing beeping object over there. I can tell. I must investigate it. Yep. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape, and you feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon readers ARC phone and find mission. Seek out all Pokemon. Alright. Now time to catch the 3 starters. Alas, yet another miss. Aha! I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm afraid I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate. Boom! The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splish splash! Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. You obtain 50 Pokeballs. Pokeball, a mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. And you also need the recipe. But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and... why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch these 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at a Pokemon and simply let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though, far it be from me, I say so, I suppose I've given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Yeah, I know how to catch Pokemon. Let me catch Cyndaquil. There you go. And Oshawott too. Oh, wonderful! You've caught a Pokemon. It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Damien. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Yep, catching Oshawott, and now I'm just gonna walk up to Rowlet because it's gonna break out if I don't. if I don't wait for the cutscene to happen. I can hardly believe it, Damien. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind even catch them. Bravo, indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? So, where did you go? There you go. There you are. And this one's gonna break out. Yep. Ah, yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Old? Where did you go? Where did Rowlet go? There it is. Yay. Caught it. Oh. Yep. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief it is to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you've caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village, almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Damien, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you can catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Oh, yep. There's the reason. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an Arc phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalogue a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? You've convinced me. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then, onward to Jubilee Village. Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue right now. It's gonna be a bit of a slow episode. This way, if you please. What if I don't please? Jubilee Village has come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy Expedition Team. This road we're on is known to the locals as Canal Avenue, and everyone's judging me. Yay. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do yet, and not many to do it. And since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside of the village. Now, that impressive building up ahead of us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Or outlet, I didn't get time to read the last word. Oh, botheration, I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. May I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left. The Wallflower it's called. Your Arc phone is beeping. Somehow it shows you the place you need to go next. Well, yeah, it's made by Arceus, which is technically the Pokemon God. And there's Benny, I think his name was. Yeah. Well, now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The Wallflower's for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Absolutely flabbergasted. Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be mince me in those flimsy clothes. If the god let you through, you must have ties with someone in the village. Perhaps you've met Professor Laventon. He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. It makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not too long ago and had to take my bed. But the Professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Unfortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Damien here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex. Excuse me, you plan to appoint him to Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Cyllene's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Cyllene? Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Cyllene. My vocal range doesn't get that high, so I can't really do a very large variety of voices for each of the characters. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped to secure his Pokemon when they slipped out of his control. And now it seems he'll like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You'd like to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skill or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Okay. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for free today. Again, what if he doesn't please? Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never fails to please. Okay, that's a typo, Dad. Never realized that in my first playthrough. Well, mostly because I didn't read in my first playthrough. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Oh, well, you know that great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift? Our new friend just fell right out of it. You can't be serious. Come now, I'm a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself with only facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon in the Hisui region. That there are in the grass, in forests, by water, or wherever they like. Our job at the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Damien will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of such a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in its earnest. 3? We have a hard enough time catching even one when wild Pokemon come after us. Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well, and it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi. You know, the slow progress on that Pokedex of yours clearly has her on the edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress easing soon enough. Now, have your fill, Damien. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. That was quite delicious indeed. Hikari doesn't talk much. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember Damien has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Just as I say, she doesn't talk much. Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Damien's skills. That's nice. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Damien, was it? For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial we put you up to tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. That's very nice. That's very kind of her. Captain Siley somewhat like Hisui, in that they're both quite harsh. Now, she puts a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? You say a lot. It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine your friend has had enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both good night. Yes, good night. Okay, there's a rift. A rift in the sky. People falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. Yeah, that's definitely not ominous. Not talking about Akari, I'm just talking about how there's a massive rift in space-time in the sky. Definitely not ominous. Nice place. Yes, I sure do enjoy hanging garlic from the ceiling. That's a great way to decorate a home. I guess in the past it might have been. Yep, okay. Handy tips for team members. Don't wish your toils to be forgotten. Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. Yep, I know about this. I know about all this. Alright, let's continue. Rest until tomorrow morning? Yep, kind of have to. Oh, this cutscene. Oh, the poor Bidoof. Kind of make you think that the Bidoof got shocked the next day. How did I know that happened? I wasn't awake to see that. Good morning, Damien. Are you up? Quite some lightning we had last night, wasn't it? Last week. Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. What lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. How do you know if this land is new to me? I never indulged that information to anyone. I never said I wasn't from this land. I just said that. I just said that I didn't know anyone here. The Survey Corps' office are here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield. But the medical corps will put you to rights. That man with the security corps, and even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Silene, Damien's here. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Field Lines and catching 3 different Pokemon. Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must provide beyond all doubt, and you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. Looks a bit weird on my current outfit. That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Akari, I expect you to step in if anything goes awry. Pardon, Damien? Come with me a moment. Oh yeah, choosing my starter. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Is something the matter, Professor Lavington? In order to complete our Pokédex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Damien absolutely must pass this trial. And as Professor of Pokémon, I've got just a ticket to help accomplish that. Yay, starters. Hurrah!
So, splash.
Go on, Damien, pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see that they're rather curious about you. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? Well, I already know what I'm choosing. I really like Hisui and Decidueye, so I'm going to be choosing the Rowlet. Do you want Rowlet as your first partner? Yeah. Also, the term first partner Pokemon, that's just a terrible term. Nice. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Rowlet back inside his Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. Nice. That's... Okay, that jingle was a lot longer than I expected. Word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field.
Boom. Splash.
They look as if they're cheering on their friend Rowlet. Or perhaps they're jealous that I gets to help you with your trial. That could well be. They did go dashing from the village when Damien fell out of the sky. After all. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist me in my research for now.
Boom. Splash.
By the by, what species has Captain Silene charged you of catching? Well, that's smashing. All 3 of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial, then. Ooh, 20. Nice. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen. You'll have the trial cleared in no time. I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial. Turn left after you exit headquarters, then head for the gate. I think I'm gonna stop the recording in a bit. It's been half an hour already. Just dialogue. I'll catch the free Pokemon and I think that'll be all for this episode. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you've a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant's success. So what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up against one another in a battle? Sure. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know, if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0, you lose. Yep, Togepi. Not weak or strong to any of the starters. Great choice. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm just saying it's a good choice. There you go. Kind of the only thing I can do. Gust. I need to get out the action order, so I always know what goes when. Oh, I thought this would be like 2 hits. Well, whatever. one anyways. Moves, items, use them well and the world will open up to you. Oh, level up already. Oh, and a new move. I think it's Leaf Edge. It's always good to have fun when your Pokemon do the battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. Yep. I know about that. But so few people here have their own Pokemon. If only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our 2 battlers recover from their little exercise. Oh, that's nice. And to you, my Skyfallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. Nice. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy Team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilife Village, make sure to choose a destination from your map and tell the rest of the guardsmen where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Oh yeah, and how are they meant to know that I've been knocked out? The trial begins in a short way past the front gate. Okay, let's go. Finally, some actual gameplay. You're Damien, correct? I was informed that you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wild. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon, Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Yeah, I heard the captain. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Siling got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain, but what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Damien's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colours, you'll see. Ah, so the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me then. Well, I'm sure Damien will be fine. Let's begin the trial. Okay, finally. Oh, more dialogue. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. It's going to be Bidoof, Starly, then Shinx. Oh, that's nice. Didn't really notice that before. Oh, missed that dialogue. All I saw was there's Bidoof. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends to not run from people, so this will be easy. Oh, wanna hit it from behind? Yeah. Come on, come on. And that's the truth. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. You'll be harder to spot. Okay. Oh, what the? What? Why is it moving? I usually don't miss in this game, but... yeah. Okay, nice. Finally hit it. That's Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. Let me just hit that tree so I can get some berries. I'm sure Kari wants to explain that to me, but... yeah, I already know. I forgot there's something I ought to teach you, since you're still new to this. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. The Captain's a real expert on these things. Hip empty tree. Try throwing Pokemon's Pokeball at rocks, or even trees like this one, to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it will bring them right to you. Now, it's time for your partners to shine. We've reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx. There, that's Shinx. Terrifying. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? More or less. I thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try to catch them. By now you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one out of the Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon if you want to battle. I've got no doubts you'll hold your own in battle. Okay, can I actually do something now? Okay, finally. By the way, some people don't know that you can actually... I think some people won't know that you can actually catch Shinx without battling them if you sneak up on them. Here you can't, because it makes it angry at you from the start and you can't walk away from it. Oh well. I thought it would be a fun fact to say. Oh, come on, 2 moves in a row. I prefer that a lot. Okay. Now I can catch it. I think I might end it now. Because this is already a very, very long long video. You approached those Pokemon without a hint of fear, and you caught each one. It's like a gift from the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance at compiling a complete Pokedex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. I was so curious why on earth you came forward from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. No, more dialogue before I can finish for now. Oh, I said you'd pass the trial with flying colours, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Damien. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Okay. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene and head back to Jubilife Village, eh? In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the field in theory, though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that'll be all for today. But, no, wrong button. If you liked what you just saw, you should probably like and subscribe so you can see more of this. This is my first ever video, so I hope this does well. Well, with that said, well, bye.